What was that?
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like, that'd be just marvellous. So, we just had an FA Cup draw. Ironically, we're playing Barnsley, away from home at Oakwell. So, not really the draw you want. I would have liked a big Premier League side just because reasons, or really small, easy tie, and instead we get Barnsley away, which is like, just nothing tie, sadly. But there you go. So, Regen Sunday, because it's Sunday today, let's get stuck in. First up, we've got Ernesto Ndong, who is, a very, very good player for one thing, but also Equatorial Guinean. That is a cool name. So there we go. Then Jacob Mather, a very, very good Australian striker at Perth Glory, if he was just a little bit quicker. Then Maximiliano Bustos Montoya, a 6'8", my apologies, right back. He is a very tall boy. Probably train him in the middle, I would say. Then Jonathan McDonald, a player from San Marino called Jonathan McDonald, who has no second nationality. He's just Jonathan McDonald. Gotta love. Then we got Raju Thiruvanathanadanaha. My apologies for screwing up the name, but it's just cool to see good Indian players. Then Owen, creative parents. I don't know what his creativity is. Hopefully it's better than his parent. Then Marco Meyer, a Liechtensteiner that came through at Porto. In fact, he's clearly still on loan from Porto. That is a bloody good player. 22 caps already. Then Papal Shibamba, a Zambian centre-back. That's really cool. Then, he's a very good player at 17 as well, but just because of the name, Arcangelo Di Maggio. That is fantastic. That is one of the most amazing names. He sounds like a Renaissance painter. And then Darren Rye, a 6'9" centre-back. Somehow only has 16 jumping reach. Explain that one, science. He's 6'9". How the hell could he only have that much? He should be able to get anything at 6'9". So there we go. That's your Regen Sunday. If you want to head over to the Discord and participate in Regen Sunday, you can do so. Link in the description. We'll be back next Sunday. Right, so Barnsley today. Other teams have played. I believe Fleetwood actually beat West Brom, which is surprising somewhat and not really helpful on our point. And I think Burnley also took a draw with Stoke, who are, they're further down than I thought they are. Barnsley is a weird one for us too, because we've lost them 3 times, and then the only 2 times we've beaten Barnsley were in both of those playoff games last season. So it remains to be seen how that will actually feature. No, he's not available yet. So Aston Herbert's back in. We've got options here in Jeff Hayes and Ben Johnson, but really, we've kind of got to go for Sankis. Everywhere else, though, happy to stick with the same lineup because I don't think we've got much choice in the matter. Holzer may go out on loan, though, because he's complained. Can we finally get a home win at the 4th time of asking? That is the big question. And I feel like we kind of need to keep that momentum going at the top. But we do have a chance, though, even with a point, to leapfrog Burnley and go into 2nd spot in the league and put a little bit of pressure on them. So it might not be the end of the world. Oh, Sanctis, lovely idea. Now he's got Sullivan, no. He's getting worse at that. He seems to be less likely to play and win Billington these days, and he keeps trying to go for the shot when he maybe could have slipped his teammate through. Worrying that he's started doing that too much. Hopefully he will grow out of it. He's certainly yielded a load more goals for himself this year, but that's not really his role. As Billington has started to fall off the pace in terms of goal scoring for a little while now, and I want to see him grab a few over these next sort of 5 or 6 matches to try and pull himself back up into his normal kind of form. Nevitt all the way through. What about that for a run from Russell Nevitt? Good start from us so far. Maybe we'll just grab one of these and get ourselves going on the way. It's all the way through, and Sankis will go and collect this. He's got a lot of pressure on himself, considering he was brought in to be a 3rd choice winger. 3rd or 4th, maybe even. In fact, Sankis' ball, and Nelson! Herbert out wide. Edge of the box for Buffo. Billington, and it's a... what was that? Franz Sullivan gives us the lead with his 11th of the year. He's only one behind Billington. Firstly, how on earth did Billington get that shot away from that tight angle and it very nearly creep in? That's my first question. He's really... Look at that. Terrible goalkeeper. And then the defender... The goalkeeper's got it stuck between his legs and Franz Sullivan's just like, no, I'm taking the whole lot with me. There he goes, 1-0. Lovely stuff. Ball over the top. Oh, look at this. They've pushed so far up. Sullivan's got to finish this. Great angle for him, and he's not finished it. That was a big chance to put this game in a really difficult position for Barnsley. Nelson driving at the heart of the midfield, taking people with him. That's not a bad ball for Sankis, actually. He's not going to be there at the back post himself, but Billington is, and it's a good save again. Well, rest of the half just kind of fizzled out. We really do need to announce 2nd goal already, because it's looking a bit bleak. On the plus side, at least, Barnsley have not really offered anything. Watch them now score that I've said that. Is Herbert going to get there? He is. He's got to find... Okay, that'll do. Finds Bradley Davison. I've taken Win Billington off because he's just not quite at the races today. We'll see what BD can do. He's got to get this ball on Sullivan's head. Or someone's head. Or Sanctis! Good save again from Ashton. We need that 2nd goal so badly right now. Nevitt. Sullivan can't backpedal enough, and it's a penalty. A penalty which Simon Nelson will take with a chance to probably wrap up the victory and ensure another goal for him for the season, and that's always nice to pad his stats. He needs to finish this one. Nelson steps up, slots it home. Whitport 2, Barnsley 0. Nelson scores at the Lighthouse, 4th of the year for him, and we're finally going to get our first win at home in the new state. What the hell is happening here? Someone, oh, okay, phew. I thought ironically, someone forgot to pay the light bill at the lighthouse. Weird that. Right, there we go. Slight power outage. Well, just been a thoroughly successful performance, really. Professional. Not really given Barnsley anything in the match. Taking the chances when we got them a little bit. And a nice comfortable 2-0 victory. That's what you like to see. A couple of goals scored. A good win against a decent side who've now beat 3 times in a row. And yeah, really nice performance from Simon Nelson. Man of the match for him. You love to see it. Moves us up to 2nd place in the league, where we want to be. Best goal difference in the division now. And our defence is definitely improving. We're right up there in like the top 4 or 5 defences in the league now, whilst having the best attack. I think we're in good shape. Right, games off camera. Back in a minute. Right, we're back. And we seem to have awoken the beast. It feels like we've basically just become the Terminator now, and I'm team bad guy Terminator in this particular scenario. So we went away to Burnley, top of the table, well, not top of the table, but right up there. They got themselves an early goal after just sort of half an hour in this one. It's a long-range strike. Again, poor to concede it, because it's straight down the middle, not even that good of a strike, but we did manage to rally the troops in the second half. 56th minute, Wim Billington knocks it around the side, eventually comes back to Nelson. The ball deflects into the path of Billington, and he's able to finish. It's great to have him back scoring. We needed that more than anything else. And then, who would be the hero? Not that long after that, but again, Nelson ghosting past the defender, getting into the box. His shot is eventually sort of deflected and tackled into the path of Wim Billington to score the winner away at Burnley. Huge result. We then kept up our newly found good home form away, at home to Rotherham. Sullivan comes flying through the middle, almost Willem Billington-esque. Billington's in the right place at the right time to score another one, 1-0. But we got a pretty unfortunate setback as just about half an hour into the match, Rotherham get the ball out on the the left-hand side rather here. Eventually it's pushed back in and just a long-range strike. Again, you can't really do anything about it, but there you go. But thankfully, we were able to get back in front again. Billington coming through. A really poor pass, actually, to Sullivan. Thankfully, the ball comes back with Sanctis straight across. Billington nipping in there, using that agility. 2nd goal of the night for him again. He is back with a vengeance. And then, later in the second half, 73rd minute on the clock, we were able to grab ourselves a 3rd goal. This time, Buffo getting in there, dropping one of the back posts. There was Sanctis, of all people, to make it 3-1. We then had a really poor game away at Millwall, which was decided in the 94th minute. Sankis' ball eventually whipped in, and there was Dave Morton in at the back post. 94th minute winner to keep the winning run going, and another clean sheet to go with it. Very good result. But Chan picked up a slight knock in this game. Then we had an incredible game against Bristol City, newly sort of really flying at the moment. Bristol City fell behind very early on, ball worth put through, and Marion gave them the lead at the Lighthouse, and I was concerned. But we dug deep. Not long after that either. We really did not waste any time to get back into it. Buffo with a lovely ball over the top. There was Wim Billington. First time finish. 1-1. Another goal for Win. 17 for the year. Great stuff. But then we conceded a penalty in first half stoppage time. Found ourselves 2-1 down, and it was looking bleak for us, to be honest. But then in the second half, we rallied the troops. Really good work here. Great pressing from Watson. Lovely little ball around the side from Wim Billington. Sullivan sets himself. Drills it home. Lovely finish. 2-2. And then a very similar sort of situation. Again, Connor whips the ball up. This time it comes to Sullivan round the side for Wim Billington, and he does what he does best. Finishes 18th goal of the season at the halfway stage. He's on for a hell of a year. 3-2 win over Bristol City. Massive result. As all of that leaves us top of the championship now by 3 points, and we have a game in hand on the teams below us. A win today against bottom of the table Burton Albion at the Lighthouse will allow us to move on to 56 points. We would move 6 clear of Burnley and the Automatics, and we'd actually somehow move 4 points clear of West Brom, who've been on a really bad run. Burnley at one point were on a horrendous run, but they've now won 4 on the bounce to pull themselves back in. Really, I mean, Fleetwood, Burnley and Bristol City all right in that battle. It's now 5 teams for those automatic promotion spots, and basically just everybody else fighting over that one remaining playoff spot, it would seem. Down towards the bottom, Luton having a really poor year after a great season last year. Not conceding many goals themselves, but not scoring many either. Burton looked dead and buried. We've already put 6 past them once this year. You never know what we could do today. We would like to think that we're capable of getting the win today, as it will be. This is a perfect chance for us to really put a gap between us and the teams around us. Billington's got 18 at the halfway stage. You love to see it. He's definitely going to be on for potentially another 30-goal year in the Championship. He's verging on probably 70-odd goals in 2 seasons. Fran Sullivan's got 12 and 12 as well. He's probably going to be on for the best season of his career if things carry on too. Nelson's up there. It's all looking lovely. And that's without first choice wingers on that right hand side for us today. So not too bad. Also, the second best defence in the league now. That's the key thing for me. Really, really improved. As for Blackhaven, well, I've been keeping an eye on them. They're up to 8th in the Premier League now. They did actually lose today at home against West Ham, which is unfortunate. But they've been beating Palace. They've taken points off of Chelsea. They've taken points off Spurs. I think they even took a point against City. They're currently sitting 9 points above the drop zone, looking at a potential top half finish for Blackhaven United. So, yeah, a pretty good opening season for them. I expect they'll probably go mad in January now that they're pretty much looking good for survival. I think they probably need about 35, 36 points to guarantee it, and you think they'll probably get, 7 or 8 points in the next 18 matches. So, yeah, if we do go up, it looks like there will be derbies in the Premier League next year with Blackhaven, although it appears that, they're pushing for Europe, sort of. It's still very impressive. So without any further ado, let's get into today's game. Big one for us here. Huge stuff on the line. So Bristol City and Fleetwood drew with each other. West Brom pulled out a winner against QPR. So teams around us winning game. Oh, sorry. We also drew 0-0 with Brentford. We played Brentford too, and it was just a 0-0 where nothing happened. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. No point in even showing you that because it was just a 0-0 boring game. Now, look at it's the Christmas period. And fitness levels, we've had no rotation on that right-hand side because it's been simply not possible. I've been managing to rotate the 3 centre-backs around a little bit, which was helpful. But in a lot of positions, particularly with the likes of Sankis, we're going to have to start Ben Johnson today, really. It's a terrible situation. No, Ben Johnson's injured too. And Jeff Hayes is also struggling. My God, our right-hand... What's the point? Hey, 5 players you could have on that position. And some... You know what? Screw... Oh. I was going to say we'd start Putman Kitely, but he's injured as well. Oh my God. So just to give you an idea, we have a lot of players on that right-hand side. 1 injury. Lacking match fitness. Knackered. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the 7 players that can play that role, literally 6 of them are basically unable to play. That is... there's depth and then there's depth. And we had depth and we're still getting screwed on it. But that's just how it goes, isn't it? Incredible. Just think what we'd be able to do if we actually had a right-hand side, eh? This whole side with Herbert too and Chan, it's really been a struggle. But Buffo's going to have to start. We're just going to keep going. We're going to get a break eventually. A win here is massive for us because it would give us that little cushion then to start working into the new year. I'm honestly surprised. Our form's been great, it has, but West Brom's form, the little drops that they and Burnley have had, have really helped us out too. I'm not expecting us to hit them for 6-0 like we did in the away game, but I'm expecting us to get the result nevertheless. A nice clean... I'd take 2-0 and a clean sheet. See how Jeff Hayes does today. That's a nice brown... Oh, this is a lovely finish. Surely he's got to finish it from that angle, and he has! Fran Sullivan, 13th goal of the year for him. He is having a very good goal-scoring season, and that's a real step in the right direction for him. In his 2 seasons at the club so far, he's got 19, which is very good, but that was in League One, and 15 last year in the Championship. But he's already onto 13 in the league after just 25 matches, which is very, very good indeed. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get 20 in the league for us this year, which would be incredible to have 2 players potentially hit 20 as Billington scores number 19 for the year. Nelson grabs his 10th assist of the season as well. 3 last year, 10 this year already. That is a real step up for him. And now we're 2-0 up inside 16 minutes. We've now hit 8 against them this season. It's a lovely ball in from Nelson. And Win Billington, of all people, to score his 19th league goal from a header of all things. This could get ugly for them. But we're looking very good to move further clear now. Oh, wow. And then, well... Oh well, I haven't had one of those for a while, I suppose. We were bound to concede one eventually. We've done pretty well at not conceding those types of goals this season, but as usual, all the players cluster at the front post, despite what you tell them, and Dunn is able to win the header. Hayes and... Oh, well, okay then. Simon Nelson at the back post. 5th goal of the season for him. He does lack finishing ability. It's only an 8 for him. That's one area of his game that I think next year we're probably going to have him work on quite a lot. We're getting him working on his ball control at the moment to really buff those attributes up. But I really do want him to improve his finishing a little bit so we can start generating some more goals for us. 5th of the year for him, though, which is a nice return. Still better than last year, but he's got to improve in that area. And he's showing that he can. So I know that he's got the capacity to do so. We've had all 3 shots on target go in, by the way. That's... In fact, every shot on target in this game for both sides has gone in so far. Can we continue that record here with Nevitt? Can he put this on Sullivan's head, perhaps? Well, okay, no. It's a penalty? Okay, apparently Sullivan was hacked down while he was trying to take... Oh, dear. Imagine saving that off the line and then conceding a penalty anyway. Right, well, here we go. Win Billington with a chance to make it 4-1 in the first half, and he dispatches it comfortably. Whitport 4, Burton Albion 1. 20 goals this season for Win Billington. Every single one of them has been in the league. We've played 25 matches and Win Billington has already scored 20 times. That takes his tally to 54 goals for us in the league. He's nearly like a goal-a-game striker for us in the Championship, which for a guy that joined us as a backup last year is just an incredible breakout season. And surely now, you guys have to let me know, what title is he deserving of? Because I feel like he's deserved a title for his contributions now. He's not been a one-season wonder by any stretch. Already on 20 goals this season. I think he'll surpass his tally of 34 from last year. That's how good he's been. I think he might not be that far off of 40 at one point if he has a continuingly good season. Do not concede a second goal here. That's going to be a goal, isn't it? Oh, what? Oh, such a shame for the goalkeeper. That's really unfortunate from the defensive side of things, but just one of those things. Griggs does a great job at keeping that out. At least Burton Albion have tried to score some goals today, but it's come at the expense of them being able to defend, unfortunately. Terrible defending that from Aston Herbert. Great stop initially from Griggs, but couldn't do anything about the rebound. God, it feels like this game is just going to be like a goals compilation because there's so much stuff happening. Every highlight is basically a goal. Watson. Herbert. Is there more in the tank? I mean, actually, there could well be. Nelson. Can he find the right pass? He finds Nevitt! Billington. There's a hat-trick on the cards for him potentially today as well. I don't think has he got one this season? I think he has, hasn't he? He got one on the opening day, in fact, I think. Hayes. Whipped in for Sullivan, and it's saved by Talbot. Edge of the box for Luke Watson. He's not scored for us. Neither has Regan Booty, to be fair. I would like to see Regan Booty get a goal for us at some point. Sullivan through. Hayes can pull it back for him, perhaps? Nope. Corner. Watson with tons of room for Aston Herbert. He's got loads of bodies to pick out, and he's found Nelson! What a save. Fair enough. Well done, goalkeeper. That was a terrific stop. In fact, he might even be on for man of the match as things stand. Oh, Watson's on the end of it. There we go. Luke Watson gets his first goal for Whitport Athletic. Fran Sullivan with another assist, albeit via the deflection on the wall. It's Whitport 5, Burton Albion 2. I think we could be on for maybe nearly scoring 100 goals this season if we carry on like this. A lovely finish from Luke Watson. Yep, looks like it's going to be Whitport 5, Burton Albion 2. So a grand total this season of 11-2 over the 2 games against Burton Albion. Our 56th goal of the season scored. Conceded a couple, which was a bit shit for us today. But to have scored 56 goals at this point, then bear in mind, Bristol City have scored 54. Like, that's a lot of goals to be scoring. And if we can carry on like that for the rest of the year, I think we've got a real shot at winning this league. And it's about time we finally started to click in the way that we have. Great news. It's also now 14 games unbeaten. We really have stretched that run out. What was the last loss we had? It was the one to Blackburn, that frustrating one against Blackburn. And since then, we've really been flying, and a lot more wins lately too, which is important. And we get a chance to play against Blackburn on the first day of the transfer window in the next episode to keep this run going. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, I really hope you have, drop a like. That would be lovely. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'll be awesome as well. And yeah, stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So joining guys there too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.